Hello. I'm going to roll out again because there's meant to be an opener. Have this. Right, wasn't expecting that. Welcome, Manchester United 6, Leeds United 2. What are we going to do with this? This is a book that I've been absolutely poring over all year for Paddock FC. Interestingly titled, Coaching Build-Up Play Against High-Pressing Teams. Unfortunately for Marcelo Bielsa, that was his undoing today a little bit because that was how United managed to beat Leeds for the most part. United absolutely shell-shot Leeds by pressing them high. Absolutely done it. The way that you would expect Bielsa to kind of do it to people. Incredible. So yeah, a couple of people suggesting throw that book away. Incredible first half an hour or so from United. I thought after that we took our foot off the gas, and I think actually we're probably entitled to do just that. I thought it was a sensational performance. Team selection was bang on. I had my doubts. Would have loved to have seen Cavani up there. Didn't need it. Solskjaer's absolutely marching up the table now with United. We go second if we win our game in hand. And actually, with Leicester being a game coming up very, very soon, United could be second under our own steam with a game in hand. Sensational stuff. United could enter the new year. If Liverpool drop points and we don't, we could enter the new year being top of the table. That's outrageous. Considering the whole narrative that you get around Manchester United, I'm absolutely delighted with that. Give the video a like if you was as pleasantly surprised as I was with that today. And then let's have a look at the 11 then. So this was United's 11. Weirdly, and you'll see this in a minute, Dan James' average position's all the way back here. And as you would have guessed on the left-hand side, everybody else totally pushed way up and a little bit out of context almost with it. Get your questions in as well, and I'll come to those. Am I concerned that we concede again from a corner kick? Yeah, I am. And I think there's certainly things that United have to fix. But honestly, I don't really want to focus on that today because I think what you have to focus on is the positives today. And the positives are a couple of months ago, United conceded 6 goals at home. Today, we scored 6 goals at home. 6 is a rare number to score. It's so many goals. It was an absolute pasting when we got done off Spurs at home. And we've inflicted a pasting on Leeds. It needs credit. It needs celebrating, and I don't think it needs over-analysing in terms of where we conceded today. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to enjoy the win. We are going to look into different aspects of the game, what went right, what went wrong, that sort of stuff. But like I said, keep getting your questions in, and we will come to that in a second. What I thought you'll find very interesting, though, is the expected goals of the game today. 4.78 for United, 1.63 for Leeds. As you can see from United, so United are the blue ones on the right-hand side, Leeds are the yellow ones on the left-hand side. As you'll see from United there, so many opportunities from United inside the box. That's what makes the difference from United today. I mean, the one that Lindelof got there, 0.55, very high scoring chance, obviously from the spot. 0.76 there from Bruno, 1 from outside the box there. Scotty too hotty, 4% chance of scoring that, which is probably why it's been skewed so far down. Fantastic finish for that. I actually thought the build-up play for the second goal was just sensational from United. Absolutely sensational. And I'd love to see more of that. So for those, I mean, already the Patreon group, I know that you've already asked, what is the XG? That is the XG. And very good from United's point of view. Leeds goal, 3% shot from Dallas there in the 72nd minute. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. We're seeing it. Should have scored 10. And do you know what? Right, I see that all the time. Should have scored 10. United really could have scored 10. 26 chances United had today. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Abdul says, honestly, mate, fucking shocked. Should we win our previous... Said we would win our previous, but with our history, thought we might mess up tonight. Marshall missed a couple of sitters. Yeah, Marshall probably could have gotten the score sheet, I think. Have you got the ground covered stats? I've not. That can get massively skewed in an ass kicking like this as well a little bit. So, yeah. Thoughts on James's performance? Thought he took his goal really well. I thought he was going to mess it up when he went through. Pretty ordinary, I thought, really, apart from that, to be fair. Thoughts? Yeah, a lot of ones asking about the same thing in terms of distance and all that sort of stuff. Let's have a look at the actual stats then. So, what did we want to have a look at? It was average position. So let's get the lineup on. So as you can see in here, obviously I'm covering Leeds there a little bit. United's average position, quite deep, actually. Rashford, Marshall, Fernandes, all right on top of each other. Wan-Bissaka extremely deep. Maguire had gone high. What you might not have picked up too much is McTominay was dropping in, which is why McTominay and Maguire almost look like they're on the same defensive line there. Lindelof was the one that was coming and collecting. Everybody else had sort of shunted forward just a little bit. And that's why it looks as skewed as it does. But I thought it was really interesting. Big Dave back to his best today was one of the comments I just spied in the corner there. I thought he was very good actually today. Very good today. And there was the save that he made from short range. I don't think he had anything to do in that whatsoever. So fair play on that one. Fred was brilliant one. I thought he was instrumental in that goal. The second goal, phenomenal in that. The refs had an agenda against Dan James, gets booked all the time. Alex mentioned this earlier, only one yellow card in the United Leeds game. Disappointed on that front. And considering it was for a guy that got a forearm shivved across his face, I thought it was a little bit harsh with that one to get that, I thought. So this is the average position for everybody. As you can see, James extremely deep compared to the rest of them. I guess it is what it is on that. If we have a look at the rest of the stats, so 26 shots to 17. 14 on target to their 3, which is, why I think it's safe to say United probably should have scored 10. 7 big chances to 3. They smashed it in terms of possession. Again, proving possession doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot if you don't take the territory. 36 crosses, though. Look at that. I'm kind of covering up a little bit of it over there, but 36 crosses is a crazy amount of crosses there from Leeds. Just a very good, very clinical performance from United. In terms of where was we going to go to, it was Bruno I wanted to have a look at. Let's have a look there. Bruno Fernandes stats. So 38 passes, 30 successful from Bruno. Couple failed. But most importantly, 5 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals, and also where are we? 1 assist and 3 chances created. Honestly think Bruno Fernandes is the best number 10 in the world. The best. By a way, I would say as well. I thought he had a fantastic game. Thought McTominay today as well. 3 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals for McTominay. 25 out of 29 passes. I thought it was a good passing game from him, a good driving game. 2 out of 3 take-ons, 7 ball recoveries, 9 out of 10 final third passes, 1 interception, 5 clearances, 4 headed clearances. Really good game. In terms of the tackles, though, it was Fred and it was Wan-Bissaka that you want to be looking at for your tackles. So 5 out of 5 tackles there for Fred, proving absolutely vital. Covering in there behind Luke Shaw. And Wan-Bissaka on the other side, I think he also had 5 out of 5. It might have been 4. It was 5 out of 5 tackles. Again, in similar sorts of areas as Fred was doing on the opposite side. And yeah, a very, very good performance there from obviously Fred and Wan-Bissaka. And a pretty quiet game, actually, for Harry Maguire, I would say, in that. So, yeah. Shurab says, Ole really at the wheel. Fred could have scored today. He really could have. Probably should have scored. Lack of clean sheets isn't good. The defence needs sorting. That's the only bad thing today. Yeah, I would say that, to be fair. If I would choose between Fred and Kante today, who would you choose? I don't know, to be honest. Remember when I said I'm not a big fan of Scott? I'm not. What do you mean? Are you saying that he can now do things that he can't do because he scored a couple of goals today? Because ultimately, as good as a performance as he put in today, he still can't do certain things. He still can't play out. He still can't move the ball from back to front, which is really what a primary function of a midfielder is. He is a tool, though, and he's a tool that you can use in certain games. Ole obviously saw something in this game that he thought he could use. United pressed excellent from the front today. That is something in Scott's game. But let's not pretend because he scored a couple of goals and had a good game, that means he can do things that he just can't do, because obviously he can't do things that he can't do. Should we take the Premier League more seriously? Yeah. We always should take the Premier League seriously. It should be your bread and butter. You should always take the Premier League seriously. Right, I'm going to head over to the Patreon group and see what you guys are saying in terms of questions. We're United going for a 9-2 scoreline to remind Leeds of the year they sold us the king. Has Rashford taken a step up in his career this season? He's starting to look truly elite. I think once he's not injured, I think you'll see a real player in Marcus Rashford. And I think he is elite. He was lucky not to get on a score sheet today. Isn't it weird how we're 4 points above Lampard's Chelsea, who spent 250 million, but Ollie's job is the one under threat? I think they've actually started to take notice of how bad Arsenal are, and now they might look like they're getting relegated. So, you know, is Bielsa too stubborn in his principles to be fully successful at an elite club? He doesn't last very long, because I think he falls out with people quite quickly. You might be right on that. I don't think he would ever, I mean, that's the sort of arse kicking that at a big club can see you get sacked. And I wouldn't be shocked. I would be shocked if Leeds got rid of him, but if he gets a few of them, I don't know enough about the Leeds ownership at the moment to know what they're like, really. I could see other owners get, like if he was at Watford, you're gone, man. Anything like that at Watford. By the time half-time rolled around, you'd have already been gone at Watford. I mean, they've got more managers. Like I think they've had 5 managers in like 14, 15 months. Did Scott just nudge past Pogba even further out of the team? Again, tools. Right tool for the right job. Essentially, how essential do I reckon McTominay can become? Same answer, really. I think the right tool for the right job. I think he's a pretty good tool, and the right time, you can use him very much to your advantage. And there's a time when you do want him in the team, absolutely. And I would have thought generally that's the games that you're under the caution. Actually, the games where you're not expecting to have so much possession, maybe, if I think about it again, it was the game for him. But in my eyes, the reason I wouldn't have picked him, he isn't someone that can play out. And I'm thinking, how do we play out in this team? Something I mentioned earlier in the watch along for Paddock was one thing I wouldn't mind trying is rotate Bruno and McTominay instead of pumping it long, trying to find Bruno, trying to find Rashford, trying to find Marcelo. I wouldn't be mad at trying to find McTominay and have Bruno come deeper and be the one that tries to play out. I think that would have been a good one. Are we going to see Solskjaer getting any credit for this? It's not a question from one of you. That's a question from me. What do you guys think? Are we going to see Ole start to get some credit now? If United, is it our next game? Let's have a look at the league table. That'd be nice for a change, wouldn't it, to be looking at the league table? Let me get that up for you. So, Liverpool in top there, 14 points. United in third, 14 played. United 13 played, 26. Win the game in hand. You're on 29. You're 2 points off Liverpool. But more importantly, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look at the fixtures. Leicester is our next game. Boxing Day, Leicester. Oof. We're getting smashed for that as well. So, United overtake Leicester to take second place. If Liverpool drop points, United could be within our game in hand of going top of the table at Christmas. Ole in 100%. Ole will never get the credit even if we win the league. Scott on the ball is underrated. Given time, he can be a constant weapon for years to come. I don't think he is underrated. I think he's pretty ordinary. I think he goes with the easier pass. Calvin was too hyped for the game. Played the occasion, not the game. He got lost for Lindelof's goal. I think it was him marking Lindelof, and he just got right out of the way of him. Ole has the team playing very well. I hate to see him leave, says Shark Boss. Leeds are so bad, it's difficult to judge how good United played. I've not seen them defending that bad in a long time. No way will Ole get the level of credit he deserves. Not a glamorous enough personality for the media. Ole playing good football. Imagine when he gets his own squad. Well, I said this in here before. I said, can you imagine if we'd have had Haaland up front, Sancho on the right, Upamecano, maybe, I know we're not really linked to him properly, but if we'd have had Sal Niguez, my little favourite cup of tea over there, if we'd have added those 4 players to the team, I actually think that you could say this United team would be capable of winning the league then. Without those 4 players, I'm not sure we could. Actually, I had loads of Scousers giving me shit because I said United could come second this year. And I actually said if we get Sancho. So I actually don't think I'm too far off in my prediction with that one. I don't think I had Arsenal down in 15th though. They're well shit, aren't they? Goal and assist for Victor back to back. Not bad. Set piece remains a problem. It does remain a problem, and I think United have to fix that. So yes, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go head off and do my fan cam with Joe or Jay for Paddock. But we will be back in the morning with 5 things, so make sure to come and check all those out. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I know there's loads of you watching this, but we created our own football team this year with Stretford Paddock FC. We had trials on the 2nd of January. It was pretty hard creating a football team in the middle of a global pandemic, but we did it. We joined the Lancashire and Cheshire League, the historic Lancashire and Cheshire League, and we're doing all right. We are doing all right. Our last game, we won 6-3. We've got some phenomenal players. If you want to go check out how we did, probably the best game I think we've played. Check it out. Follow the journey. Search Stretford Paddock FC. Or I'll comment it in the comments after this so you can go and check it out. But I'd appreciate as many of you come over and see what we're doing as well. You might not be able to go to United for a while, but as long as we stay in Tier 3, we're allowed a few of you to come down and watch Paddock FC. There's loads of people involved from the channel that are either playing or helping out behind the scenes. So for those of you who are seeing it, you probably... Yeah, we got Kiri in the comments saying I saw the 6-3. Great goals in it. Unbelievable goals. Some of them are just absolutely dirty. A proper York and Cole recreation as well. If you want to go check those out, very much appreciated. But we'll see you in the next one. Laters.